Okay. Well, it's time to scale the entire train. We're going to scale the train by 2. By 2. Want to end up too big at some point? I don't think it could ever really end up being too big. One worry could be like, I guess the maintenance tasks being very far from each other. But if anything, that might complement the gameplay a little bit more. So yeah, so scale by 2, scale the Y by 1.5, and this will be the new train size. And then we need to move. So this will then need to be moved by 1.5. So now the train will be much longer, much wider, and much scarier. So we'll scale the roof, and then we'll scale it by 2. Excuse me. Oh, this is going to be... You can add a mini train on the train to travel between carriages. Trainception. We could do that. We could have the classic... Like, we could. Because everything's going to be much longer. We might need to make the players faster or something. Either that or we reduce the amount of trains, the amount of train cars. Okay, so now we just need to scale and move this stuff outward. Oh, I'm golden. Member for 10 months, almost a year, man. Holy moly. Okay, let's grab all of these pieces. Let's actually grab all of this. It's not mirrored. Yeah. Sure. I guess. All right, well, let's just move it in. Move it in. Slurp it up. What? Why is my magnet tool not working? Hello? Hello, do the thing? Hello? Alright, fine. I'll do the thing myself then. Close enough. This really is becoming very sloppy. I need you to move out of the way. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest train of them all? How's it going, freak? How's it going? Brother. Okay, so now we can scale this by 2. We can scale this by 2. Scale this by 1.5. And then shit myself. And then let's delete the ladder. The ladder will be a separate object. The fact that it's even combined with the fucking thing is stupid. I don't. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Am I dumb? Am I dumb? Oh my. Have you seen an add-on for Blender to generate cities? I think it's called iCity. Seen it on the Blender side. I'm not sure the cities are game ready though. The thing with those city like assets, there's even some for Unreal. You said it. I don't think they're very optimized, like at all. I think they're more so meant for like CG and that sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
Shit my pants, I did.
This is going to be an extremely painful
About time.
switch up. Oh my god, look how small the door is now. Wait, why is it when we move this, it moves the other side in a very weird way? Huh? What the hell shit is going on? Oh my. I seem to have scaled the cylinders into ovals. Let's do individual origins. We're going to scale them back down by 0.75. I think that's the number. I think that's the number. There should be 2 doors, one on each side of the train. I do want to make it so different trains have different amounts of doors, for sure. Like, they'll have side doors. Some of them do have side doors, right? The garage or the cabins have these doors. But I do want to make... definitely want to do, like, stuff where it's, like, one of them's on the side or whatever. Yeah. Okay, so... Bro, why do I have to lie down every time I eat dinner? Should I be worried? Are you making eating dinner a fucking workout? Like, what are you doing when you're eating? Okay, so... Yeah, maybe you ate too much. Maybe diabetes. All the doctors in chat have come out to talk. Lying down is the worst thing you do. You should go for a walk. Yeah, lying down after eating is a good way to yeah, you generally do want to stay pretty active after eating. Did you eat a whole ass Thanksgiving dinner for a family, but instead you like standing at a desk? I don't have a standing desk. Maybe one day. I don't know, we'll see. The desk don't stand, you do. Well, the desk is gonna have to stand if I stand, because I'm too damn tall. Okay, this is going to be the worst nightmare development week of my life, because we're about to make some very, very, very big changes, and having a modular kit like this, oh, it's gonna suck. Oh, this is gonna suck. Just do one car and see how it feels first. Yeah. Oh, 5 push-ups? Great. Yeah, sure. Yeah, all right, man. Yeah, all right. Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Sure, man. The blender scene's a mess? No, it's not. It's perfectly... Yeah. I gotta wipe my nose. Hey, 4 empties with nothing? Nah, man, they're being used for arrays or something. They're being used for see? See, they're being used for radial arrays. Look at the see? You see? Look at that. All right. Anyways. So, so what did I just export? I exported, this is cabin 2 with cabin roof 2. Wait, what's the difference between cabin 2 and cabin 1? I think it was literally just the placement of where the ladder was. I shit you not, I think that was literally what it was. Also that and the fact that it has a catwalk on the side. Are we for real? Okay. We do not need that. This is about to get real bad. All right. We've exported cabin 2 and the roof. This is going to affect the library. So I guess we're going to use the library as our testing space for all of this. Okay. Well, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. Oh, it's using cabin 1. I'm going to make it use cabin 2. Feel like you should import it as a new file? Nah, if anything, if we don't like this idea, we just revert it. But I don't think we will revert it. I think this is a good idea. I am confident in that scaling up the train is a good idea. I also got to scale up the tunnel. And then I got to scale up the station. And then I got to scale up basically the entire video game. When was the last time you pushed your changes? I've been pushing every day. What do you want to scale up everything? I think the train's too small. I think the train's too small. If we have like even 5 monsters roaming around the trains, you're going to be seeing every single one constantly. I just don't think the game works very well with the spaces being this small. We don't have like any space to put anything in the middle sections. Like for example, for the library, we could have bookshelves breaking up the middle sections and kind of making it a little bit more maze-like, which I feel like would bode a lot better. Running away from monsters consists of like, obviously if we get past the fact that monsters can't do anything underneath the table, but if we make it so they can actually do things when you're underneath the table and whatnot, literally it's just you running from one end of the space to the other. So by enlarging the space, we make it so there's a little bit more breathing room. A little bit, it makes the space look more fantasy-like, more out there. It makes the player feel a little smaller. Big spaces have their own problems. Like, obviously, we don't want to make it too big, but I think we can 2x this. Like, can you picture, like, bookshelves in between? You can kind of go between the bookshelves. We could do a lot of, like, little secret stuff. I think it's just going to match the game better. Yeah, literally 2x. What we did is we 1.5x the height, 1.5x the length, and then 2x to the width. Well, here goes nothing. Well, here goes nothing. I'm going to swap this one out with the other one. It seems this one has no materials assigned. Excuse me. Yeah, so I think making the space larger just works a lot better for the type of thing that we want to do. Oh, we have to scale up the... we have to scale up the floor. We have to scale up the floor. I think we delete that catwalk. It's just a stupid catwalk. I scaled up my modular walls, which made them like half a meter taller, and my rooms stopped feeling like boxes. Big. I just think this might be better for the overall flow of the game. Where'd you get those nice leaks from? I don't even remember. What the shit? All right. So... all right, here we go. So now we gotta go in this beautifully modeled space and we gotta we make a train inside the train. Yes. All right, well, is the library modular at least? Yes. Yes. Maybe a little too modular. Maybe a little too modular. Okay, so... could I potentially take all of the walls and just scale them up? Okay, let's see if this works. Use transform box. Okay. It's not even that much work to move the modules, though. It's not as it's a lot of work. It's just it's gonna be quite a bit of work. Oh, of course, the structure of the walls are very different. Oh. Because we also scaled the angles of everything. Oh wait, no, we're kind of good. Did I do the transform box thing myself? I did, yeah. Quick little thing I made. Makes my life so much easier, especially in situations like these. Okay. How does it even work? Everything gets attached to... Everything gets attached to a temporary pivot point, and then we just scale everything up. Look, it's super close. Look, 1.5, 1.99, 1.5. It's almost so close to the scale of the actual thing. All right, so now, now we okay, that worked out pretty well. So now we, oh good lord, how are we gonna do this? Why did we have to make this space so big? Oh, why did I have to do this to myself? Then we have to do this for, well, all of the other cars. Yo, gamer, how's it going? Okay, so no, I think this will be a good change, guys. This will be a good change. It's a necessary change. I believe. I believe in this change. Three times bigger, 9 times the content? I wouldn't say it's 9 times the content. He'll revert this off stream? I don't think so. Well, maybe. No, I don't think so. I think this is ultimately a good idea. As much as this is a lot of work, because I did this to myself. We went into art phase a little too early, I think, with these trains. I think we went a little too early on art phase. I'm going to be honest. We'll have to fix all this, but that's okay. We'll figure that out. We'll figure out how to get this in place and whatnot. Yeah, I think this will be a good change. It's just the amount of work it's going to take for all of these pieces. Okay, 1.5, 2, and then the Z doesn't need to change as the floor piece. Can you add the gotta sweep from Baldi's Basics? Sweep, sweep, sweep. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Gotta sweep, sweep, sweep. Oh my god, even this is modular? Oh! Oh! All right. What do you plan to do after train slop? I don't know, maybe take a 500-year vacation. I have no idea. I don't know. We gotta get past this first. We gotta get past this first, before I can even think about anything else. Should I just delete all of the scattered papers for now? Or we'll just leave them where they are. A sweep, sweep, sweep monster, huh? Could be kind of funny. So this apparently had a ladder. It's going to be really awkward using a ladder to go so high up now. But I guess we could place it there for now. Oh, this has a directional light and a skylight? Oh, they're hidden in-game. We should probably delete these, though, so they don't end up in the game. Okay, so now we have to Oh my. Oh my, it's gonna be a lot of work. All right, let's just chip away at it. Let's just chip away at it. Everything's gonna be just fine. We just gotta chip away at it bit by bit. And then everything's gonna be fine. This is a good change. If it's not a good change, then, well, shit. We lost a lot of time. But hey, if it doesn't work, we'll know, hey, the train doesn't need to be larger. But that being said, I really do think this is a good change. So I think we're going to be fine. With the amount of time used on this, I think we're going to be just fine. Now, the bottom I don't care too much about. I think the bottom we can ignore. One side did not have catwalks. Okay. My neighbor can't stop dropping dumbbells and metal balls while I'm watching. Mods, help this guy deal with his neighbor's balls. Mods, help this man with his balls. Neighbor's balls. Sorry, correction. Everything is going to be slightly rotated. We are definitely going into slop territory. This is ending up in slop territory now. We're going straight into sloppy territory. If I scale up all of the book... Is this going to be a 2-story, 3-story high library now? I thought that was the point. Unabashed slop. Yeah, but like it's just getting real slop. Well, okay, we can start with these bookcases. We can start with these bookcases. Okay, we can start with these bookcases too. Are you scaling these too? No. I think these are going to stay the same scale. Please let all of this be not absolutely painful. Oh my gabagoo. Oh, actually, we are going to have to scale some of this up. Oh my. Well, this is what happens when you change up the space and what did we learn here today? We learned we should probably establish the scale of things before doing literally anything else. What else did we learn? Never trust me for ideas. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Do most assets that you buy on Fab are decently optimized? Even if it is optimized, it wouldn't matter because you're still going to have to optimize it yourself. Because your project, like, if you start adding a bunch of marketplace assets into a project, I nearly just lost all of my selection progress. Let's just quickly move this. It's fine. We can figure out the rest. Even if you do figure out how to optimize an asset, chances are you're probably going to be using a lot more assets. You need to integrate that asset into your project as a whole. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't necessarily matter if you buy an asset that's optimized. That asset might be optimized on its own, but it's not optimized for your project. That's just the reality of things. So even though something might be optimized, you're still going to have to optimize it yourself. He's going to be the guy wearing, sweating and knocking on the keyboard, moving his module pieces one by one, and after that's going to be an ad for a fuck-ass UE5 add-on that does it automatically. Yeah. Well, not only that, with the master material freak, it's also, it uses its own tileable grunge textures, which then you're probably going to have to use different grunge textures because that's just a lot of memory usage being done there. It's just a lot of different pieces, bits and bobs coming together. This floor is not matching up with the wall. There you go, problem solved. So any asset you buy is not necessarily, it could be optimized, but chances are you're still gonna have to do a lot of work to clean it up. Oh my god. Worst thing though is when they don't use ORM. Oh, they just have like everything being separate pieces. Yeah. Well, this side piece, I'm honestly thinking of just, no, I shouldn't delete the books because there's a bunch of, oh, fucking balls. Balls. Or like RMA. You know what I call my packed mask textures? Ramao. RMAO. Ramao. So yeah, for this project, I think the only asset we used is a lot of like the GMC, the general movement component. We use the blocking starter pack for blocking stuff out, just because it has a bunch of like nice, neat stuff that's already there. I don't even know what standard. ORM, I'm pretty sure. At the end of the day, as long as roughness is in green, you're fine, because that's the one that has the highest bits. If roughness is not in green, whoever did that shit doesn't know what they're doing. So that's the biggest piece. The rest can be figured out. Red, I've seen, is generally ambient occlusion. Where the fuck I am? Okay. What's my go-to Joker? Dude, I haven't played Balatro in forever. This is the worst thing ever. Oh my god, there's a tiny little cube to keep the damn door closed. Oh shit. Oh shit. I think there was one over Here. Where's that tiny cube? It's right here. I found it. Ah. A little, yeah, a little door stopper. Yeah, to stop it from, Oh my fuck, dude. Okay, I hope I only ever have to do this once, which I think it is only going to be once. I don't think I'm going to make this any larger. Right? Right, I don't think I'm going to make it any larger, right, guys? Right, guys? Let me see if I can sort of closely match this up. I guess we're just moving this shit to the right, to the left then, eh? Guess we're moving this bad boy to the left, huh? Big gulps, huh? That's what I'd be doing, trying to do this shit. Gulp, gulp. Oh, fucking asshole. Oh, oh, there's gonna be a lot of work. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of work. I should have maybe, maybe these bookcases should have been grouped. Maybe they should have been grouped. In fact, maybe I can save myself some time by grouping all of these. Where's the door stopper? Guys? Bad news. I don't know where the door... What the fuck? Does this not have a door stopper? Oh, hey. Found you. My invention. I call it the cube. It stops the door from going inside of itself. It's genius. What is that? It's a tiny cube that stops it from... From going in. Can't you make a constraint or something instead? No, Unreal's constraints fucking suck balls. Yeah, I said it. Aggressively. I said that shit aggressively, and I don't regret it. I'm actually going to group this with it as well. I'll group that there too. I'll group these in there too. I'll group this one too. Fuck it. They're one happy family. I understand how you feel, but do you know how much does it take to make a live service game like Warframe? The plethora of gotchas out there. Like, what's the concern compared to making a full/paid game? I don't know. I've never made a live service game, but I can only imagine it's a lot of work maintaining it. For a game like Warframe, you're also dealing with security as one thing. Security is a big part of that. You're also dealing with community, which also goes hand in hand with security. So you're going to be dealing with a lot of that, which is not fun. has its own plethora of issues. Gotcha games, you're dealing with a lot of microtransactions. So you're dealing with a lot of payment processing. Probably not fun. Probably not fun, one could assume. Does this have its door stopper? Oh, fuck. We need to look for a door stopper. It should be somewhere here. I'm looking for a small white cube. Anybody see a small white cube around here? Anybody see a small white cube? Aha! I see you. And some very weird looking item spawners. Yeah, I personally, for me, I would never even fuck with those types of games. I just think it's way too much work for how much you get out of it. Yeah. Why is there a weird, like, face in here, but then there's another face on the inside? Is it a different shelf? See? What is this? You guys see this shit? There's, like, double faces or something. What the hell? I don't think companies make live service games out of passion. I'm sure they still have passion in it. I'm not gonna be the passion police, you know what I mean? I'm sure in development teams where live service becomes a thing, I'm sure the team working on the stuff, I'm sure some of them, I guess it depends on the game, but I'm sure some of them are still very passionate about what they're doing, right? Okay, this is gonna be a much larger library. We just scaled this fucker up. I need a beer. Multiple beers. I need like 10% alcohol. IPA. I need that shit to make me grow a third limb. This is fucked up. Oh, and it's not even... Oh, it's not even using... We're not even tiling any of this shit. Oh, shit. 919? Yeah, hold on. That's not right. I never heard you ask for a beer. Go DoorDash some vodka. Vodka's disgusting. You can't tell me otherwise. Wait, what the fuck? Even? The shit? Is this... Oh, it's because it's slightly larger for the interior. Smart. I don't think you should fill the whole room with one space. I think you should keep the library the same size and add other areas to the cabin. I think we might add a couple other areas, but I definitely would love to have some like bookshelves in between, kind of make it feel more like a more of an alive library. This employee space could be larger. We'll definitely make that space larger, but I think having some like bookcases, like some bookshelves in the middle here, maybe we can have some areas where there's like more tables and stuff. I think that could be cool. Yeah. I think grouping these is a good idea. Bigger is always better. Yeah. Does UE5 have a vertex snapping tool built in? Yes. However, every time you use it, it makes you want to wish you never lived, basically. It's horrid. I'm telling you, I don't know what the fuck it is with Epic Games and user experience. It's just, you can't tell me otherwise. It's shit. I've lived for 13 years. I mean, I've lived longer than that. I mean, I've been using this shit for 13 years. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these people. Okay, anyways, we'll make this space larger, but for now it is what it is. I can't believe how shitty the widget tools are. I really think they're just, it gets to a point where they're just kind of like, figure it out, man. Figure it out yourself. That's kind of the vibe I get when using Unreal. They're kind of just like, okay, here, we gave you the bare minimum. Okay, make it better yourself. Have fun. Good luck, have fun. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, we have a lot of work ahead of us. I mean, you know, it is open source, sure. Let's do the classic open source excuse. Well, it's open source. It can be shit. It's okay it being shit because it's open source, right, guys? So many people use that excuse for Blender. Stop it. They make gajillions of dollars. Well, not really, but can't keep using this excuse. Well, it's free and open source. By the way, the HLODs don't work at all for like the first five UE5 versions. Nice. You love to see that. Okay, how we looking on progress? Okay, we're all right, we're we are starting to get somewhere. That's okay. We're starting to get somewhere. Okay, okay. By the way, we need to do this to 8 other cars. We need to do this to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We together, us, a collective. Because you suffer with me. We are all suffering together. So, how long does it take to run from one end of a car to the next? This should be the entire game. It should just look like this. I think the much larger space is going to be great. We have a lot more space to do shit with. It almost seems ridiculous. It almost seems ridiculous how big it is. Much better. We haven't even fixed everything yet. I think this is the way. This is the way. This is the way. It's going to be painful. These next few days are going to be painful. It's going to feel like we're going to make no progress. However, big ass fucking train, I think it's perfect. It makes the player feel minuscule in this like gigantic thing. It is a building sized train. Like I said, it is a hotel on wheels. That's how I like to envision this thing. It is a hotel on wheels. Hey, Robert. I'm sorry for writing that. Yeah, you should be. Yeah. You should be. You could just write in a prompt, make everything bigger and it would crash the engine and corrupt the project even without your input. Hell yeah, dude. Let's be real. Whenever people think of AI helping in game development, that's literally what they think would help, is a button that says make everything larger. It's just gonna fucking scale everything improperly. I feel like everyone has a misconstrued thought process of how these like LLMs and whatever the fuck, like they think it does more than they actually perceive it to do. Yeah, I think I said that correctly. It's like, brother, it ain't gonna do what you want it to do. The engine itself doesn't even do what you want it to do sometimes. You really think some fuck-ass AI thing is gonna do what you want? No, idiot. It's gonna corrupt your project, just like it did mine. Randomly. Out of nowhere. Hell yeah. You're wrecked. How's it going? Got recommended a live stream from yesterday, so I went to your channel. I'm here now. Hey, hell yeah. Well, I hope you don't regret it. Wait, that's... Yeah, I hope... Welcome to the stream. Never mind. Sorry. We're doing some very weird stuff today. With some little backstory, our game takes place on a gigantic train. The train felt a little too small, so now I'm scaling up the train by, you know, like, something very modest, by two times. Being scaled up by 2 times, which I would say is quite modest. Which means we have a lot of work to do. I don't know how you got all this done. Your chandeliers even sway. That is, like, hey, don't be fooled, Robert. Listen, game development is literally just a process of you just chug along day by day, right? This is basically just a shader effect that just makes it slightly rotate. And then there's a time thing. It's a relatively straightforward. It really is like a magic trick. Game development is a little bit like a magic trick. And also, how patient are you? How patient are you? How much patience do you have before you're like, I don't know, brain explodes? Don't forget to put a big artillery cannon on the train. Name it Gustav. I love that idea. Gustav the cannon. Gustav the orbital cannon. A push? I wasn't on early shift, was I? Nah, you're good, brother. You're good. Been starting to make my own C++ as a game project. Making assets level is gonna take so much time. It is a it's a process, man. It's a process. Just give yourself time. It's a Nazi reference. Do not name it Gustav. Why you got to do that to me, man? Calling me out, not knowing my my history. Is the biggest artillery cannon ever made. Imagine I named it Gustav and I didn't even know it was a Nazi reference. Thank you for letting me know ahead of time, at least. Well, thanks for letting me know, at least. Name it Gustav. Ah, Gustav. Yes. The commander is a goose. I need to see if the player collision properly... Oh! Fixed itself. I think it's fine. My computer's going in overdrive, pushing that button. Look at this. We're almost at the finish line. Kind of. That is not going the right way. I gotta fix that. I forgot I gotta fix that. That's even worse. It's like you're trying to hide it. Damn. I'm working on a sci-fi game, and since I deem you worthy enough, I will keep you playing in the background while I work on the story. Thank you, thank you. Put me on the second screen. Put me on the second screen. Put me on the big TV. Sorry, am I being a little too much? Sorry. I like the idea of a goose commander. That'd be pretty funny. He honks when he's ready to fire. Oh my god, this space is ginormous. Some might say it's too big. Can I actually put on perfectly one more kind of close? It's a little bit of Z fighting, a little bit of dancing going on, you know. That doesn't hurt anybody, right? That won't hurt anybody. That's fine. Don't ruin their vibe. They be dancing. Let's see if my tool is going to work here. Technically the actor is not rotated, so it should work just fine. I just wish close enough. Apply. Yeah, Seihan, how's it going? Oh my god. Okay, we'll group all of this together because it's a sort of combined piece. Why is there a light randomly right here, chat? What the hell is this spotlight? That's not a train-sized room. How does that work? Listen, we're in a... listen, the train's on 2 rails, okay? 4 rails. This thing's big. It's a big boy. What is this? Where was this spotlight? Used to be in the ceiling? No, this is... it's... it's not attached to anything, so it doesn't have any electrical... It's not electrical. What is this? It was below the walkway that cut across the 2nd floor. I don't really know what it... whatever. Goodbye. Have I done any work on the monsters yet? We worked on a new one recently. I think last week we worked on a new guy, the snitch or the alarmist. Basically like a walking alarm. If it spots you, it starts making a really loud noise. That then will alarm other monsters of your location, basically. Okay, cool. With the launch of Sufire, you can now dedicate your full time to developing your game. I'm happy for you. Yeah, it's a very, very privileged situation I'm in, for sure. Definitely very privileged. And hopefully soon I will begin work on the Suit for Hire DLC as well, which hopefully should be good. Hopefully. Please don't add loot boxes. Darn, I'm gonna have to remove that from the list. No, don't worry, not loot boxes. Right now I'm planning a roguelike mode. So I'm gonna see if that's viable. I think it should be. It's gonna be a bit weird considering how like the player's guns are kind of like overpowered and stuff, but we'll figure out something that could hopefully work. Come up with something fun. Don't worry, he's leaning into NFTs. Can you imagine? Guys, if I ever start shilling NFTs, I'm at gunpoint. I'm called the police. Not right now, but like if if that ever happens, something happened to me. Because I would never in a million years go into any of that shit. Plus, aren't like NFTs dead? Like, isn't that shit just straight dead now? Like, I'm pretty sure that that shit's like the nails in the coffin. Like, that shit was just, it's been shot and killed. Plenty of suckers still holding them. Damn. Corporate takeover of God Mode Interactive. We need NFTs. But I'm the boss. How could they do that? Didn't the CEO of that one MMORPG or whatever, Ashes of Creation, try to pull that shit? Like he was like trying to say that like people took over even though he's literally has like majority stake and hold. Didn't you try to pull that shit? Correct me if I'm wrong. You could just take a print screen of them for free. I just think they're just really silly and stupid. I think I walked by like an art exhibit somewhere in Toronto and they were like NFTs for sale. And I'm like, Jesus. What the hell's wrong? What are you doing? I'm on I've been looking at my my ETFs on the stock market. It's not looking good, guys. Things are not looking really good right now. Things are looking really rough, actually, right now. Stock market looking pretty rough right now. The whole economy is not looking good, just going down every month. What's funny is that like the stocks were going up for a bit. And then today and yesterday they went down, or the day before. It's completely detached from reality, like always. Yeah. It's kind of the vibe I got from the stock market. Investing is long term. Just hold, man. Just hold. I'm holding. I'm holding. Where do I get assets from? I make some of them. And then the rest will be like the Fab marketplace. I need to check if this is in the right spot. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not in the right spot. Yeah, sometimes I'll buy assets on Fab, or I'll make them myself. So like these railings I made myself, no problem. Is this the train? Yeah, yeah. It's we're getting a big makeover. Big makeover. All of the trains are now being scaled by 2x. I'm making these fuckers real big. They getting real big. I think I'll just group this together. This whole piece. It also means we could probably swap out the spirally staircase with something that's not so shitty. Maybe just a 2 staircases going up. American-sized trains. Yes, man. Yes! Yes, man. Okay. We've selected everything, I think. Except for the lights underneath. We've selected everything. I believe we've selected everything. Whew. Feels like that 40s mega project. They wanted to make these 2-story fat trains. I think it just makes it feel ridiculous in like a good way, right? Like ridiculous in the way that matches this, the kind of world we want to make with this game. Wish I invested in oil when I left high school. Listen, man, I think we can all, hindsight is 2020. I think we all could agree. We all wish we had money. I think all of us wish we had money when the stock market just kept going up and up and up and up and up and up. None of it makes sense. I wish I had money to invest back then. You know what I mean? Okay, we're slowly chipping away at this thing, scaling the train up. The library, I think, is the hardest one because there's just so many actors. It's the most like art-filled one. The laundromat's probably gonna be the second most, or the office. I think the office is gonna be. Oh. There was ideas for a double track train system, but it cost too much to put down double tracks everywhere, so they just canceled it. So wait, are you telling me this is an actual thing that they thought of in engineering, and I'm not absolutely insane as chat tries to make me be? Yes? Take that, Twitch chat. Take that. You thought I was crazy. Nah, you're still insane? I'm just a way ahead of the curve. You just got lucky. Hell yeah. That's so funny to see that it actually was a like actual engineered concept at one point or another. I'm like a beginner slash intermediate game dev. Almost out of tutorial hell. Hell yeah. Do you think I should use Unreal Godot? I think that Unreal's blueprints are awesome. I would go with the thing is you can't really know when you're a beginner what you should go with, right? Because like how would you know? I would say go with the one that looks more interesting to you. For me, Unreal was a really easy pick because I wasn't very good with programming, and blueprints were a very great way, a great visual way for me to learn how to do stuff. So if that interests you, I'd say just go with that. I'd say just go with that. Look up the German. Oh, wait, are you talking about that one? Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. They were making a huge, like... Yeah, this one. You know what's really funny? I'm actually starting to see... This looks literally... Did they take this train as the inspiration for the Snowpiercer train? Wait, hold on. I know they all kind of look similar, but I think they literally, I think that that must be a callback to like the Nazi train. That's to be a callback. There's no way. That literally has the exact same structure. Considering the plot line of Snowpiercer, I feel like that is intentional. Okay. Back in we go. Back into the pain train. I'm not gonna care about that gap. Listen, we have bigger fish to fry. Like, look at the inside of this fucking thing. It's huge! Okay, doubling the width, I think was the play. But, let's see. Let's see what it looks like if it randomly generates in the current train tracks. It did not spawn a library. Probably for the best. Okay, it spawned a library. The library is... Oh, no, it didn't spawn a library. It spawned a different train. Oh, there you go. Library. It's so big, it has exceeded... It's clipped into the other train. We're gonna have to increase the distance between each train. I honestly think the engine could stay the same. Well, no, it can't because the rails are gonna have to be wider. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, let's go back to work. Back to work. We have much work to do. We have much work to do. Oh, okay. Let's just start with fixing all of... So I think we fixed most of the bookcases. That's problem number one. Let's just fix what's here. Move it into place. move everything close to where they're supposed to be. Okay. This is ridiculous. This is by far, I think, the most ridiculous thing we've done for the project so far. Mainly just because of the amount of work that's involved with just cleaning everything up. Wowee. All right, this text over here needs to be placed on the outside. Thank you, iShow. Thank you. Yeah, take care, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, that's scaled properly. That's the middle point. Okay. This we gotta bring to the corner. Oy. So, are we just gonna make the bookcases really tall? Like, are we just gonna add a second layer on the top there? How many games have I released? One. I've released one. Uno. We're just going to take all the ceiling lights, which, by the way, we're going to have to separate them a bit more and do a whole lot of changes because now, look at that. The light doesn't even reach anything. Oh, holy moly. Featured in the video, Wolfenstein in the Order, the railway network is also mentioned in novels Fatherland and the Fuhrer's Orphans. Aren't they making a new... Am I crazy in saying that I saw like a trailer for a new Wolfenstein? I think I'm seeing things. I might be seeing things. Very possible I am just hallucinating. All right. I'm not happy, but my chips pop and you're all helping me through it. Just take one step at a time, you know? If you're unhappy with it, figure out what part of it is you're unhappy with. I think that's kind of par for the course, is figure out what things you need to improve. And then kind of go from there. There's a new Wolf Among Us game? Oh, is that what I'm thinking of? They're also making a remaster, if I remember correctly, right? What the? I need a 300 by 200 piece. 300 by 200? Any 300s by... No? No. All right, well. IGN reported Wolfenstein 3 is in development in January this year. Who develops Wolfenstein? Is it id Software? It's not id Software, is it? Are these rotated? Oh, they're rotated. My tool right now, really annoying thing, the tool that I use to do like a transform box does not work on rotated objects at the moment. I need to fix that. Very good example of why I need to fix it right there. Definitely need to fix it because I'm gonna go crazy if I have to deal with that. Constantly over and over and over and over again. More than most of us? What, releasing a game? Anybody can release a game. You got this. Chat, you got this. You got this. You got this. You hear me? Well, the employee area is now much larger. A lot more space to breathe in, which is always good. We like that. Hell yeah. I will release an asset pack this year. Yeah, do that too. You don't have to release a whole ass game. Marketplace asset is also very sick. And awesome. Okay, we need one more bookshelf, it seems. Is this even in the right spot? I think this is scaled up. Grouping, unlock. Oh my god, it is. If we just scale everything up, will oh yeah, lots of things love to break. Okay, good. Well, I guess this is what we're dealing with then. For now. This is what we're dealing with for the time being. Pieces of the library are currently in reconstruction. There's a little bit of renovating going on. Don't you worry, we'll be right and ready and reopen in no time. Yeah, it's going through some pretty gnarly changes. I really think we should change the staircase. This spirally staircase, I hate this spirally staircase. We're gonna make it 2 staircases that goes up, so I'm not gonna fix too much of this just yet, because we're gonna change that. I hate the spirally staircase. It just keeps breaking the navigation mesh. Huh? Wait, hold on. Nav mesh bounds volume. It would appear I've added the nav mesh bounds to this. How do I remove the nav mesh bounds from this group? Aha! Got it. Okay. All right, so now we need to increase the nav mesh bounds. And then rebuild the nav mesh. Add a trampoline to your game? That doesn't sound like... That sounds like it'd be a pain to add in. Damn, look at the size of this unit. So, let's prepare, because either way, all of this is going to have to change. So, the main train adds all of these at a distance of 3,310 units. I guess we just multiply that by 1.5, and I guess that's correct. And then let's just make it so the only cabin type that can spawn in is the library. Okay. That should mean the only thing that will spawn in now is just libraries. That's okay. That'll allow us to see if this is ridiculous looking. It honestly... I think I made the space a little too large, guys. It honestly does not that... It doesn't look that bad. Getting a Dr. Pepper Freezy. You don't know Freezy? It's like that frozen tube thing. Yeah. Dude, wait, there's Dr. Pepper Freezies? Isn't Dr. Pepper no longer manufactured? At least here in America, it still is. I don't know if it, they changed it. Windows Update, go away. When was the last time you shut down your PC? You know, a while ago, like I don't know, a few weeks. It's been a little while. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. Okay, we're almost there. Maybe another 100 units. But we need the first one to be a different distance. Let's just match this up. Okay, a little bit more, a little bit more. We're almost there, we're almost there. How about 4,800 units? I need to make a second coffee. With the amount of work we're doing here and the amount of work that we have ahead of us, I'm gonna need coffee too. I need coffee too. Put it in my veins. That looks pretty good. Let me go turn on the coffee machine. I'll be right back. Okay. Coffee's so good. Where's coffee too? Don't you worry. Release date soon. Release date soon. Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce exists? I think I've heard of that one. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing some people actually using Dr. Pepper as like a cooking ingredient. What did they do? I think they put it on, yeah, they used Dr. Pepper as an ingredient for barbecue. Okay, so we need the spacing for the first... There's Coca-Cola chicken wings. I swear, so Coca-Cola I've seen, but I'm pretty sure Dr. Pepper is another one. It's to add sweetness. It's basically like, you know how you add brown sugar for Instead, you just add soda. 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 Okay, we need this distance to be different if it's the first train. The problem is the route index is going to cause some problems here. Cars loaded. Is cars loaded always starting at... It sets it at 1. Oh, I know. We about to get real crazy with it. If true, then we'll do 4430. Let's see if this is good. 100 milligrams of caffeine daily, but before it's dangerous for my heart, but I go above and beyond. I think coffee or espressos. How many milligrams of caffeine does an espresso have? A double shot, 18-gram espresso. Too much? I actually don't think it's that much. I think you guys would be surprised if you search up how much caffeine content is inside of a normal double shot 18 grams of coffee espresso. Get a rogue. Aha! Although the gap is... What? Right. 100 to 150. Is that really how much caffeine is in there? Just a couple of game devs talking about how pop sauce soda is good for cooking. Hey, listen, man. If I only talked about game development on here, I think I would probably just listen. We gotta talk about food and whatever else other subjects we can come up with. The meaning of life. Typically contains about 125 milligrams of caffeine. Damn. Am I just that like resistant to coffee? I legit had a cold brew from the coffee place I go to, and I'm not gonna lie, the cold brew tasted like water. I'm not gonna lie. Even though cold brew, I'm pretty sure is supposed to actually have more caffeine content than an espresso. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. And that shit was like water to me. What's wrong with me? Something's wrong with me. So listen up. Got a story of a little guy in a small world. I gotta see if this will work. Everything is small like him, and what? Hold on. Everybody, please, everybody, hold. Uh-oh, I think I messed up my math. I did it! Sort of. Okay, alright. It's a blue world. But he's blue in a small blue world. Blue in a... Blue WD die. All right. The train is big. it's the tunnel is not big enough. We are currently seeing the inside of the tunnel pass through the library. I think this is the way. It just makes the whole space look enormous. I think you should make the library a bit smaller and have corridors on the side. How was that? I don't know. I like the idea of like bookshelves. Like we're gonna put a bunch of bookshelves in the middle and stuff. I guess we could have like a separate room somewhere. Or we have, oh shit.
Hold on. Hold on. I've got a bit of an idea.
What if there's walls on the inside area that kind of are like bookshelves, but it holds up an area and then catwalks go on the inside, so there's an inside area in the center. I think I broke my headphones. Never mind. Yeah? Thoughts? I want this place to be big. I want it to be huge. I want it to be massive. Did the lights go out? I literally can't see the lights anymore. They're that far away. The lights are so far away that... Ignore the tunnel going through the... plunger. This is cool. I think this is the way. It does, however, mean that we need a lot more lights in here. Yeah. Am I using third-party assets? We got a couple that we're using. Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's fix the audio volume, because the audio volume is... well, we have a lot of things to fix. However, this is one of these things. Light mass importance volume. I don't know why that's in here. Now the audio volume needs to be scaled up. And then scaled up vertically. And then maybe we use a BSP editor to fix this a little bit. Time to use my favorite tool, the BSP editor, pukes. Okay, let's fix the little really tiny things that are easy to fix, like this little thing that's floating. Put it where it should be. Okay. personally can't use other people's assets. It feels like drinking from someone else's bottle for me. Well, it depends on what kind of assets you're using. That's what I think. It really depends on what you're using, I think. Depends more or less, at least credit the artists. Well, when you buy a marketplace asset, you technically do not need to credit the developer of said asset, right? But my cat has decided that it's time for me to stop. Youch! Did I watch Thundercats growing up? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what that is. I think if you maybe showed it to me, I could maybe know what it is, but I do not know what it is currently. Okay, this one I can use the transform box. This one I can use the transform box. Have I considered more emotes? I'll be real. I have not been focusing too much on the stream. That's on me. Like the production of the stream. However, hopefully soon we will need some more emotes and more sub badges. I purchased a Steam app token, meaning I'll publish my second game on Steam. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What am I working on today? Very good question, Deviate. I am making the entire train larger. The entire train has now been scaled up by almost 2 times. So the entire game is now going to be one big, ginormous train. It's going to be larger. Why? A few reasons. One big one is it felt too small because you basically saw side to side what was going on in the train. And because of that, anytime you saw anytime a monster was wandering inside of a train, you 100%, you 95% of the time encountered them. Which, sure, that's good. However, what if you have like 8 different monsters in the train? The likelihood of you encountering all of them at once is like super high. Like I was just like playing around with 3 monsters and you like basically saw them all the time, which I think is not very good for the design, for one. 2, I felt like the space was too small. I need to make this box outline a lot smaller because it's actually like making it hard for me to work. Still 2 tracks? Yes. Yeah, still 2 tracks. We're gonna have to widen the tracks. The station's gonna have to be made larger. We're gonna have to make the station larger. We're gonna have to listen. I don't want to talk about the amount of work that we're gonna have to do on this. we're gonna have to do a lot of work. Okay, at least we fixed all of these windows. That's good. That's good. Okay, cool. I need advice from an expert. I'm working on a game. Now it's still in alpha. Only me and my siblings now know about it. I'm not that good with social media. I have 71 people on Instagram. So how do I make my game popular? Share it on YouTube. Share it on YouTube. Once you have a gameplay trailer or a trailer of any sort, try to share it on try to email IGN, various places. Basically just kind of try to get your game out there is the biggest thing. Once it's ready, post it up in Reddits if you can, I guess. Post it on Twitter, post clips on Twitter. Just be consistent. It's not going to become popular with one tweet. Don't expect it to become popular with just one tweet. That's something to remember. It will most likely take a bit of time. Also know what your target audience is. Share it in the places where your audience would go, I think is a big one. What the? Yeah, sharing it where you think your audience would go, I think is very important. Is this still clipping? Close enough. London ordered new metro train cars and discovered after the delivery that they were too big for the tunnels. Damn. That's some lost money right there. That's crazy, though, that they didn't even check the dimensions of the train versus the tunnel. What do you mean they didn't do that? I do see a -1 scale, so let's see if this transform box is going to work. Surprisingly, all good. Except for this corner piece. Not so good. A little sloppy. A wee bit sloppy. Yeah, I think making your game popular will potentially take a bit of time. It could take a bit of time. It also depends, is it worthy? You know, that is another thing to consider as well. Is the name of the game still Train Rot? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Do you think I should start posting when I'm in beta? Then I can publish a demo and focus more on marketing? That's a tough question. I think a lot of people will give you different answers to that. My point of view is start posting when it's ready. Don't post when it's too early, in my opinion, because... Oh, God. You might end up hurting the first impression of your game, which you obviously don't want. You don't want to hurt the first impression of the game, right? I think there is a point where it can be posted a little too early on, personally. Some people might disagree with that, though. I'm somehow afraid that my game will be actually popular since it's about my journey through addiction. I wouldn't worry about it, man. I wouldn't worry about that kind of stuff. I wouldn't worry about that stuff. You know what I mean? Just share it with the world. Take it one step at a time. Be proud of your own work, right? Be proud of your work. Take pride in it. Don't be scared to share it. Yeah, the name of the game is still Train Rot. I think Train Rot is a great name, personally. I don't know. I love the name of the game. I think it matches the vibe very well. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. So this is rotated by 90, which I think this would not work, unfortunately. Using my tool. The name is great if it releases this year, 20/2027. What do you mean? Why is that the requirement? I don't understand. Why is that the requirement? Did I disable streaks? I don't think so. It'll be old news in 2028? No, that's not true. It won't be old news. The Earth is going to be old news by then. That's not funny. A little bit of Z fighting, never hurt nobody. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't touch any of the streak stuff, so I don't know. If it ain't there, I don't know what's going on. We're gonna add another cupboard, which means more items. Game dev is like a hamburger. To make the perfect burger, you gotta let it sizzle in the stove a bit. Exactly. Now you're talking. Yeah, I think the thing is, I think everybody's gonna give you probably a different answer to that. You'll have some people that say share it as soon as possible, but I don't fully agree with that to some extent. But at the same time, also don't be scared to share it early. Share your progress. Share cool stuff that you're making. I don't think... I think especially as a... This is grouped with something, and I don't know what that is. Why is the pivot over there? Why are you... Why are you... Yeah, whatever. I think especially when you're like a new developer, I think it's safe to just get your game out there. So much room, don't worry. We have a lot of room to do fun stuff with now. Which I think is a good problem to have. Okay, for now, I'm just gonna copy paste this. I was hoping I could get a different piece, but screw it. We ballin'. You go with C++, did you decide to stick with visual programming? I still do a lot of visual programming, but I've been doing a little bit more C++. Not as much as I'd like, though. We're gonna have to do more. And I probably will do more as time goes on, for sure. We will do more. There will be more C++. It's like the at the ending of a movie where it's like Thanos will return. It's like C++ will return. The C++ will return. Whatever. We got big shelves here. Yeah, we have so much room to do some stuff with this library. We could put a bunch of bookshelves in the middle now, and it'll look great, I think. It's gonna look awesome. We could do that thing that we had as an idea where we can have like a middle big bookshelf area and then catwalks going across, and then we have more books in the center area. I think that'll look sick. It feels like you're trying to rebuild that library game where you have to put back tons of books on the shelf. I know which one you're talking about, actually. I know which one you're talking about. It's like a big mess. I saw a couple streamers playing it. You know what my problem with that game is? Once you start getting certain power-ups, like the game becomes like, I don't know. It just kind of becomes like whatever. Am I crazy in saying that?
Oh my god.
This shit's not even close to the floor. It becomes trivial? Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it becomes kind of trivial. I just call it an OCD game? Possibly. But we might have like a mini game to sort out books in the library. We might. But it won't necessarily be like a focus of the game. It'll be more like just a fun little mini game. We have this space here, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We have so many books. Wait, that book... Oh my god, I just realized that book mini game is going to be so much crazier now that we're going to have so many more shelves. Oh my god. Wait. It's going to be like a real hunt for... Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Very good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Just what we needed. I actually think maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing, having more bookshelves. I got an 83 on my presentation. My grade went down from 78% to 77.5. No idea how. The school system is a scam. Sorry, I'm just making shit up. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Listen, if I got an 83 in class, I'd be like, hell yeah! And then I just don't ever look at the scores ever again. I was a pretty bad kid in school, I will admit. Dude, I was happy when I got like a pass, which in Canada or in Ontario, it's over 50%. That to me was a win. Hey, if I got over 50%, that's a win in my book. I wasn't a very good student, admittedly. Not the best student ever. As me coding Odin, and I love Odin. I've heard of Odin. I don't know. If those coding languages, I just don't know anything about. It's completely outside of my realm of knowledge. I'm too Unreal pilled because I'm just not smart enough for those other, you know, Jai and all these other languages. I just, listen, I think it's awesome what people are able to create in those languages. I can't even. I think it'd be cool to use something like that one day, but then I ask myself, I don't know if it would really, I guess, benefit me very much. You know what? Let's just have this one close to the wall. Have a little bit of variation in here. That's not going to hurt anybody. This is technically going to scale up some of our items. Yeah, I think it's very cool what people are able to create in those languages. Dropped out of college, major CS, specialty game development because it not worth. Is VR and motion capture because that was expensive for me to try at home? That's fair. Here, I'll break up some of that symmetry. There we go. It looks interesting. I think what we could maybe do is put like a painting in the back there. Is the coffee ready yet? I'm just heating up the machine. The machine is heating up. Do you ever procrastinate sleep even when you're tired? I gotta admit, I've been hating going to bed as of late. Yeah, so yeah, definitely. I've been kind of procrastinating going to bed. Even have a new mattress? I know. I don't know why I've been hating going to bed. Crim when bedtime. What kind of machine is it? I have a Gadget Classic Evo Pro. I think Evo Pro, I think is what it's called, or E24, I think. I don't remember. Very nice machine. I gotta say the steamer is my only quarrel with it. I feel like the steamer is not as good as I'd like. Don't even talk to me if your device doesn't have Evo in the name. I think the Evo is just, or E24 or whatever it's called. It just has a better quality boiler that's not like plated. So it doesn't like chip off pieces of whatever the fuck. Which I found when I was doing my research, I was like, yeah, that's pretty important. School isn't too long, it's too linear. I don't know, I just don't like school. School's just not for me. I just didn't learn very well in school. I feel like the teaching styles that teachers had were just not for me. Like I just didn't learn very well most of the times because it was just too fast. The coffee machine can get pretty hot, but I think it's only going to be like warm by now. It won't be too hot right now. What a moon. School is designed for one learning style. Memorize this crap and you'll succeed. Dude, I just don't understand why memorizing is such a, like, I get it, but I also think that's just not the way to learn things. I feel like you learn better through, I think maybe the problem is like, I didn't see school as a necessity. So when I learned anything, I didn't feel like I needed to learn it. Whereas now, when I learn programming or whatever, I learn it very differently because I feel like there's a connection to it. Like I learned so much more like math doing game development than I did in school because I felt like, oh man, I'm really scaling this fucker up. Whoa. I should probably turn that into 2 books. Whatever. It's friendslop. Hey, did we cover up all the walls? We did. Most of it. Okay, very good. Step 1 out of the way. Let's balance this out a little bit, actually. I'm going to move this here. Gotta balance out both sides a little bit. I don't respect authority. That's my problem. I think if you were to change my age and put me back into high school or middle school today with my like characteristics now and personality, dude, I would be a very different person for sure. I'd be a very different person. Okay.
Okay.
We have a lot of stuff to fix, by the way. This library is just the beginning. The library is literally just the beginning. We got to change the audio volume system as well. It never was meant for this large of a space. Also, the tunnel needs to be enlarged. Pretty dark. It is pretty dark, but we'll probably add a bit more lights. I think my problem right now is I don't see... Hold on. Let's see if we can see the, when the tunnel passes by. Do we see the... Oh, we do. Yeah, I think those lights need to be much larger, which is kind of concerning. Okay. So here's the plan. Okay, so here's the plan. Oh, this doesn't affect the world. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll move this 2 units, 2 units. And are these bad boys still centered? Wait, what? What the hell? It's not even centered. Is the train moving or the world moving? The world is moving. The train stays stationary. What we're probably going to want to do is take the point light and increase the attenuation radius. We're probably also going to want to lower it. But I do also think we're probably going to want to add another set of lights. My concern with making these so big is that it's yeah, not going to be very good. They also have pretty low view ranges. We're going to want to increase that 3,500 units, maybe even 4,500 units. This does mean that our lighting is, we're gonna have to be very careful with our lighting because we could very well cause some performance issues. Put shelves all over the walls and in the ceiling. Some shelves in the ceiling, eh? Don't mind the fact that the tunnel has, you know... Welcome to the world of baked lighting. The problem is we can't do baked lighting because... Well, the game has electricity, and the lights can go out. So we can't do baked lighting. We can do a structure where we can kind of do backlighting, but it doesn't really work very well. I think what we'd also want is these ceiling lamps to be a lot droopier. Yeah. Try using static sprites for the further trees. Oh, brother, these trees are two quads, and then we do have we even have trees that are really far away. That's literally just a flat plane. So these are just tiny quads. We do have to move the trees because everything's going to be spaced out more now, but we even have trees in the distance that are just flat. We got a little bit of all that going on right now. I kind of love how ridiculous this all is. It's just the how enormous it is. Also, when it goes dark, I think that has a cooler vibe. Okay, cool. So then we'll be able to put bookshelves in between here. We'll be able to kind of make like feelings of like corridors. Maybe some like, maybe some of the bookshelves can have like a hole in them, so you can like walk through the bookshelf and go between the corridors. I think that could be really cool. This is the way. It's just a lot of work. Have the occasional tree that'll knock you off a catwalk. I like that idea for sure. That would be great. That'd be great. What's this game about? What's the main goal? It's a co-op survival horror. Basically, all of the players are employees of a train, and they have to survive their shift. So they have to maintain the train, keep it running, repair parts of it, stuff like that. While surviving from monsters. Yeah, dude, the scale of this is huge. Which I think is good. I think we have a lot more potential here where it's like you're not going to just aggro every single monster on the train. Which I think is good. Okay, let's double up the bookshelves. So that we can fill in the gaps. Some of these have item spawns. We are going to have to change that. Don't want that. Okay, it's clipping the roof. Uh-oh. It's, we can scale everything down a little bit. What's the worst that'll happen? Whole game explodes. Yeah, so, what the, wait, oh, the roof is not lined up with the walls. Ah! Psychological horror elements. I think, we're definitely going to try to do some of that for sure. I'm going to ungroup this. I'm going to change this top shelf to be a different top shelf. We're going to generate some books. Sure, I guess. Oh yeah, I also got to delete the item spawns because we do not want items to to spawn up there. Otherwise, the players are going to have a very hard time getting up there. Which maybe that's part of the design, but we'd have to give them a tool to get up there. Oh, great. Whatever. Just... Can I make this so this never shows again? That'd be really nice. Is it because the manager... Does it have a bunch of empty references? No, it's fine. Okay. Am I Danny's brother? Hell no. No, I'm not. Can you imagine if I was? Okay, we'll do a little bit of this. Switch out the shelves. Generate books. All good. We could probably do that with a bunch of these other ones. Because right now, all of the books on the top are the exact same as the ones at the bottom. So obviously not ideal. Not ideal at all. All right. Have I filled in all of the gaps? Yes. The roof will have to be changed because it is not in the right position. That's okay. We can fix that. Easy fix. Books had to be a particular order. Literally exact same as the bottom ones. This place looks crazy. I think it looks awesome. We have so much potential to do some cool shit in here now. Now, this does mean that we're gonna have to fix all of the other train cars. How long did that take me? About 2 hours? Okay, we got 9 train cars. That means we've got about roughly 18 hours of work on our hands. Now, this was probably one of the more complex levels slash rooms slash cars because there's just so much shit in here. So I think we're looking at like maybe like 10 hours of work. No problem. I can do that with enough coffee in my system. I can get that right out of the way. Right out of the way. Okay. I don't think about the time I get discouraged. That's all right. It's my job, so I got to do this. What if you had one player given the goal of putting the books in alphanumerical order and another player told to put them in color groups? We might have a mini game in here where you have to put a book in a correct spot. And that would just give you income. It would just give you money if you were to complete it, which I think would be fun. And on top of that, we have the safe mini game where you got to find pieces of paper that match four. You got to find 4 pieces of paper that match specific icons to this, which I think would also be very interesting. And now that we made the space larger, well, yeah. Well, yeah. Hello, hello. We fled our Godot skill trees and code monsters. I wish I was using Godot. Although, could be grass is greener on the other side kind of thing. Operation, how are you? Thank you for the raid, by the way. What number is that? X is 10, right? IV is 4. So is that 14? You have Unreal. Unreal's good. Unreal's great. Sometimes. When it doesn't want to murder me. But in other situations... Just call me Ivy? I got you. I got you. I just started learning Godot after using Unreal for several years. How are you feeling about it, Maverick? I'm curious. What do I see when I look out the train window? A lot of trees. Maybe the occasional monster staring right at you. Not yet. We don't have that in yet, but we will one day. Just picture it, okay? Just picture it. It's going to be magnificent. That's the job of the engine, though, to do something slightly different to what you wanted to. Yeah, well, unless it means, you know, corrupting random parts of your project randomly and then involving the weirdest fix, which is moving the files out of the project, opening up the engine, which now no longer crashes, and then drag and dropping those specific files back. Yeah, it's, you know, yeah. Is it a horror-themed game? Yes, it is. Horror, kind of goofy horror kind of vibe. Yeah, Unreal Engine 5 has been... It has great tools, but the stability of it is questionable. The stability is a little questionable. I wonder if these guys are going to hear that. They do, but I don't think they can open the door. Can you open the door? Hey, buddy. Hello? Hello? Come on in. Door's wide open. Come on in. Take your time. What the? Did you see him fall over really slowly? Interesting. Oh, hey, and now he's fine. That makes no sense. I love the light coming out of that. That's cool. Yeah, we have a lot of things that are broken in the project at the moment. Because... just today we decided to... well, I decided to... double the scale of the train. Because I felt like it was too small. So... now it is much larger. In fact, it's so big that the tunnel no longer fits. So we need to also scale up the tunnel. Which I guess should be pretty easy, because all I gotta do is find it at the front here and just scale it up. Surely that won't cause any issues, right guys? Right? Well, it is kind of clipping the trees. That's okay, we can fix the trees. Easy fix. We can fix it right now, actually. Technically not correct, but that's okay. Such is life. Will you play my demo? I generally just don't play demos on the stream. Mainly for security reasons. Wish I could do yard work that way. Yeah, let me just drag this tree. All done. The tree roots will no longer be a problem. Could be that easy, unless you have an HOA, then not so easy. I actually wonder if the lights from the tunnel are gonna work properly. I don't think they will. I think they need to be longer now. Oh no. No, they kind of work. No, they don't. They need to be longer. Well, it's no longer, we're no longer clipping the tunnel anymore. Which I guess is good, that's good. Wait, let me check the outside. Hold on. Don't leave. No! Yeah, I think we're fine. This is a ginormous tunnel. This is actually kind of insane how huge the tunnel is. We have rats. We have a rat problem. Come with me. You are now the librarian. Hold on. Is my game going to support VR? Probably not. I have no idea how I'd even go about doing that. I don't know if it would. I don't know if it would. That'd be wild. Like, does UEVR works with the... That sounds like a horror sound. But it's an air horn. What the hell is that? That sounds like... sounds like a horror movie sound effect. Well, now I know. I can just record that later. Sounds like something straight out of a horror movie, like chase music or something. You know, it does give off a different vibe how dark the library looks, even though there's light. I actually think I like it. It sounds literally like chase music. I actually think I do kind of like the dark vibe of the library now. I kind of like with we can have some more lights in some of these spots for sure, but I kind of like the ow. Ah, I can't get up the spirally staircase. Never mind, you can. In the Repo game, what was that name of the horror item recovery game? There's a little bit of inspiration from Repo, yeah. Oh wait, he can go down the spirally staircase. I jumped. Oh. Go away. Go away. He didn't hear that. It's kind of scary. It's a little spoopy. Just trying to read, man. He's expanding his knowledge. Huh? He's stuck in the falling pose? Wait, what's wrong with you, man? You are constantly a pain in my ass. I don't know. He's literally stuck in the gap. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna go play with the alarm guy. I'm taking you with me. I can't wait to like voice his sound. He's like, put me down, please. Help. Someone help. I'm being kidnapped. Uh-oh. He has a lot of work we need to do to him. Mainly sound effects. I think once we get the sound effects out of the way, it's gonna be great. Is he still falling? He's still falling. I don't. He's... Whatever. I don't know why that happened. Actually, hold on. Let me check his collision. Or let me check his capsule. I can't see it. Hold on. Let's see if I can see it right here. Well, setting that to... Trying to set that to visible has crashed the game. That's cool. Okay. So... we now need to fix all of the other cars. Cabin 1, I think, is a pretty easy one because it's not doing anything. Where's cabin 1? All right, cabin 1. Cabin 1 is 2 floors. The second floor is not doing anything. This is the original size. It looks so tiny now in comparison to this. Holy moly. Look at that. Look at the size difference. That's insane. That's an insane difference. I do think it's a good change. It's got some girth. Hold on, I gotta clear my nose. Give me a second. Hey. I went to clear my nose and then suddenly an eyelash ended up in my eye. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. No idea how that happened. Fun stuff? Yeah. Yeah, fun stuff. Did I die? No, I had an eyelash in my eye. I did not die. I know that could be kind of confusing. It sounds almost like I had an eyelash in my... Bars. I had an eyelash in my eye. Okay, so now we got to do the same thing that we did to the library cabin to all of the other 8 cars that are in the game. That being said, the flatbed, luckily the flatbed doesn't need that crazy of a makeover. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Don't need to do the laundromat. Oh, good Lord. This one is gonna be a bit of work. This, what? A piece out wrecked? Yeah, have a good one. Did I model these train wagons / trailers? Most of it, yes. Yeah. I did. Nice job. Thank you. Thank you. I do some things right sometimes. Okay, so now we gotta fix all of this now. I really don't need this blocking volume anymore. Wow, the laundromat's going to be really big. Not only is it being scaled up, it also has the exterior outer walls area, which was meant to also increase the width even more. Oh, man. Wow. We are in for a... in for a treat. All right, so no better time than now to do this. Am I planning on chipping away at it or solely after this project? I'm probably going to be working on it soon. And I might be like prioritizing it over this project actually. So we might have a time where we start streaming the Suit for Hire DLC development. So that may happen soon. But the main big idea for it is... Uh-oh, I think there's a piece I forgot. No, it's just doing weird things. Biggest thing... Oh, what the? Biggest thing for the DLC though is the roguelike mode. And then of course there'll be some new guns that'll make their way in. Whoa, some of these pieces are not scaling so well in this tool. Oh, because these pieces are rotated. No, actually, I don't know if that... I guess it does have a little bit of an impact. We need to fix that because this tool is just too good. We need it to be working properly. Uh-oh. Is this lying to me? It says the scale is 1, 1, 1. Oh. Now it's going to show me the real scales. Whoops. But it's still wrong. Huh. Yeah, we gotta fix some of this stuff. But oh, see, the values are inverted. What the hell? Huh. Somehow a whole Discord server was nuked? Wait, what happened? Like, you see the usual spams, it was 100 times worse. What the heck? The whole server got hacked. Yeah, I gotta fix this issue because not gonna be fun dealing with all of this with a tool that's meant to make life a lot easier. Okay, so we got the walls. Now we got to do, well, literally everything else. So X, I think, was 1.5. This is 2. I have no idea if this is right. I think I moved everything up. Which I'm not too happy about. Because that means I gotta fix everything now. Wait, hold on. Did this actually move that way up? It seems okay. Wow. Oh shit. I can't tell if everything moved up. I think it did. Okay, let's try using the transform box again. We'll just drag the Z down. It's very likely that's just what happened. There we go. Okay, apply. Okay, now we just have to do all the 5 million other things here. The irony is that their last announcement was a post to prevent hacks. Oh, shit. That is kind of funny. You know, Isaac? I think this is actually supposed to be on the inside because I think the generator is on the inside. Damn. Yeah, listen, guys, easy Discord security hack to not get hacked. Just don't click random links. Do not click that random link. No, you're not going to make $1 gajillion. Oh man, these walls are so fucked. Because instead of us just moving them, we scaled them up. Oh no. Mr. B sent me 10,000 Bitcoin. Look! He did it. I think we gotta constantly keep checking the other side. Because we're doing like the weirdest scaling ever. Okay. That should be close enough. This does, however, mean now that we gotta fix these things. Is this okay? Sort of. It like messes up all the numbers. Like certain numbers just don't get set. Ooh, everything is really rough right now. Ooh, wow, it's looking pretty bad. Okay. Make sure don't cancel my favorite game. Don't worry. I got this in the bag. Don't worry, we got this in the bag. Okay, the laundromat needs a lot of work, but it's a start. It is a start. Okay. The walls are gonna... Oh, wait, what the heck? Wait, what? I'm kind of confused why this isn't in place. Is this one of those pieces that I like tried to fix manually? I think it is, because now it's fine. Oh, weird. It's an interesting cryptocurrency. Queef coin. All right, that's a ridiculous one, but I'm sure it exists. All right, so we got the connection points. This is gonna be a lot of work. It'll be a lot of work. Yep, average animator. Started trying to make movesets for a AYSM game. What is an AYSM game? AYSM. AYSM. Never heard of that before. Or maybe I have, and I just don't know what the acronym is. Action? A could be action? Surviving use the previous character. Oh, survivors versus killers. Asymmetrical. Ah, okay. Very cool. I've always loved like the design of asymmetrical games. I feel like we don't have enough asymmetrical games in the world. We need more. More! It's rotated. The tool won't work. I gotta change that so the tool works with objects that are rotated. Might even just delete these. And then copy paste these into position. Nice. Hell yeah. So I guess if you're making an asymmetrical game, right? It has to be a PvP game. Not sure if that's a rule for asymmetrical structured games. Is it being well, I didn't realize this. was not the same width on both sides. Damn, the laundromat needs a lot of work. Luckily, it's not as bad as a library. This is, to be fair, much more doable than the library. This is much more manageable than whatever we had to deal with earlier. I am going to need a hefty lunch after this. My brain, I'm turning my brain into like I'm pulping it. It's turning into a pulp. Look how much space we just added to this. Oh, I've fallen through the world and I can't get up. Oh, right. There's a different floor piece underneath the floor piece. That's the actual collision. I think everything's good. Unreal crashed on me. That's life, baby. That's life. All right. Let's see what the laundromat looks like now. In the world. The world. What kind of world are you doing, Average? Like, what's the kind of, like, the theme? Are you kind of doing fantasy? Is it, like, sci-fi? Days since the last time UE5 crashed. 0 days. Oh. Oh. It's big, but, like, it doesn't feel that much larger. Is that weird? I know it's larger, but it doesn't feel that much larger. And what's crazy, it's even wider than the other places. Did I just... Do you guys see that shit? The tunnel is stretched in such... the light has become an oval. Ah, whatever. I'll fix that later. Forgets to fix it. Pushes it to main. Whatever. It's fine. Well, now we gotta somehow stack up 3 laundry machines to get up to the windows, because ideally we make it so the players can get out of here in multiple ways. Take place in an abandoned world. It seems destroyed because the killers took over the world for themselves. Interesting. All right. So kind of apocalyptic a little bit. Kind of vibe. All right, well, it's a start. We clearly have a lot more to do on the laundromat, but technically all the levels are going to need some work, but yeah, okay. I think as long as we get the base, like the exterior scaled up, fitting the new scale, I think I'm happy. Then we can figure out the insides as we go along. Yeah. Should I make it that when you use Nightfall, you drop any items? Well, it depends on the type of game you're making. I'm not really sure. I can't really tell you what kind of game design decisions you should make because I don't know the full picture. If I gave you an answer, I think that would be disingenuous of me. Or not necessarily disingenuous, but I would probably give you the wrong answer, not knowing enough about your game, you know? So that would be a decision that you would have to make, right? Because I don't really know too much or enough about your game to give you a good answer. You'd have to ask the question, if a player's item gets dropped when they do an action, would that frustrate them? I think that's usually a really good question to ask. Am I a full-time dev or self-employed indie dev? I guess both. I'm full-time self-employed, full-time indie, doing my own thing. I guess both. Full-time doing my own thing. Hey, hell yeah. 2017. Wait, no. What's the development cycle here? I guess 2015 to 2018. Looking like 2 to 3 years. A lot better than what I managed for my first release. Took me 5 years for me. Jeez. Maybe even 6 years, actually. Now that I think about it. 5 years? 5 to 6 years. That was a long 5 to 6 years. Let me be real. That was a really long time. Holy moly. Holy moly. Six, 7 years, mods. Strangle that man. Homer Simpson style. Bart Simpson style. Okay. Wowee. All right, almost a 4-hour stream. My brain is... I think doubling the size of the train, good idea. The amount of work to get this going, though, painful. Very painful. Extremely. So... Yeah. I'm gonna head off though. I'm gonna relax. I need to eat something. I'm hungry. Extremely hungry. Doubling the train, great idea. Great, fantastic idea. Does it solve the gameplay loop problem? No. It does not solve the gameplay loop problem. However, I think it is a step in the right direction. Possibly. On that note, I'll see you guys tomorrow, I think. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't know what time. I need to go to the gym tomorrow. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. Have a great day. And thanks for dropping by, lurking and chatting and sticking around. See you guys tomorrow. Hell yeah. I'm going to probably do a little bit more work on Zopstream. So...